We are back for another episode, LDP's podcast. Today I'm here with
Sherry
and Gianna.
Thank you guys for being here. Okay, so today's episode is going to be pretty much centered around breakups, what to do, what not to do. You guys are going to give your opinions. I'll give my opinion. So let's dive right in. Question 1. What do you do when you have a partner who you notice is distancing themselves?
Well, I like to talk out problems. I hate leaving things unfinished. So I'll text them and be like, yo, what's going on? What the fuck? I didn't do anything wrong. If I did, tell me and we could figure it out, because communication is the biggest thing ever.
Yeah, communication is key. You have to communicate with your partner.
Okay, so if you notice your boyfriend distancing himself in some kind of way, how are you going to go about handling that?
Well, if he's my boyfriend and we've been dating for a while, I'd be like, yo, can I come over? Can we talk? And he'll be like, yeah. And I'll be like, why are you distancing yourself? Did I do something wrong? Is there something I can apologize for?
Right.
Why are you mad at me? Whatever.
Right.
And then explain the situation, then figure it out from there.
Okay. And what about you?
Just working things out. Always in person, though. Never on the phone. Because when you're on the phone, it's not personal.
That's respectable. Yeah, I don't over the phone, if you need to talk something out over the phone and it's in the moment crucial, yes, you could do that. But I do believe in person is better too. Mm-hmm. I feel the same way. But I don't know. I feel like when you have a partner that's distancing yourself, as a dude, if a girl is distancing herself, most of the time, it's probably because there's somebody else there, or they're losing feelings.
And you're ghosting them, yeah.
And they start to ghost you. They start to be flaky, that shit. And, if you like the person, that shit sucks. It could hurt. But at the same time, you just got to take it to the chin, and it is what it is. Because, bro, most of the time, you guys could be honest.
Okay.
You've probably distanced yourself from some dudes.
Yeah.
What was your reason for distancing yourself?
So I had a boyfriend for 2 years, almost 2 years.
Okay.
And there was just problems upon problems. And he didn't understand that why I was so distant. I just fell out of love with the kid because he would treat me like shit, and he didn't realize he was too much for me, and that's why I distanced myself. Too much is sometimes a lot. Don't get me wrong, I love attention. I love when you're loving to me. But if it's too much and you're getting controlling and obnoxious and it's every 2 seconds, I can't deal with it. So I'm gonna obviously distance myself from you.
Ah, fuck. That's all right. We'll keep going. All right, let's just keep going. All right, keep going.
What was I saying?
You were saying how sometimes it could be too much.
So he was a lot for me, and he would cause problems all the time. Okay, so my after prom was at Seaside. I wanted to wear, this is really bad, but I wanted to wear a top and match with my friend. And he took me to the side and yelled at me in front of everybody, saying I look like a whore and I can't wear that because I have a boyfriend. And I'm first of all, I'm literally covered. Second of all, I'm wearing a bikini in the summer. It's literally Seaside. We're going to the beach. What can I wear? So then he was telling me all this shit, and I was like, you know what? I'm fucking done with you. You can leave. And then he was 10 times worse and just kept going and going and going. And that's when I fell out of love, because it was just so much. And I just was I need to back up for a second. This isn't fair, because I'm not like that.
What about you? You have any stories?
No.
If you don't, it's fine.
No, I don't.
Listen, I understand. I could understand probably where he's coming from. What if she's wearing that for another guy? You know what I'm saying?
I was with him.
Listen, I get it. Oh, you were with him.
With him.
Oh, I thought you were going on a separate lither trip, because I understand that problem he wasn't there. Oh, you went to prom with him.
I was with him.
Oh, that's.
It was me, my ex-boyfriend, my friend, her boyfriend, and then our other friends. And we were all wearing the same fucking goddamn top. And I was the only one that had a problem with wearing it. And I was really upset about it. I wore it anyway, but.
I was gonna say,
all right, so what fits the criteria to make a breakup an acceptable thing? At what point do you draw the line to say, okay, it's done? How many, is there a certain number of arguments? What is it?
When you just can't take it anymore.
As soon as you lose feelings, that's the breaking point. You should not be in a relationship with them anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's not a certain number of arguments or anything like that. I feel like it's more of just a gut feeling when you know somebody's no good.
Yeah.
I feel like that's where you tend to have to trust your gut and your instincts to say, okay, we're arguing all the time. We've been on breaks. We've had all these conflicts. I'm probably not going to marry this person.
Yeah.
So why would I even put myself through more torture of staying with them just because there's some feeling there, or I don't want to hurt the person? That's you showing no self-love to yourself. That's disrespectful to yourself.
Yeah.
So the fact that you would even do that to yourself is low value as fuck. Like I don't respect that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you're losing feelings for somebody, let that person know. Hey, I'm sorry. I don't feel the same way that I used to feel about you. Is it cold? Yes. Is it honest? Yes. Is it better than dragging the person along? Absolutely.
That plays in with the communication.
I'd rather listen. I'd rather a girl tell me that she doesn't like me than drag me along for 3 months. I catch a little bit of feeling, and then that's even worse.
Yeah.
That's shitty. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather just tell me you don't fuck with me. Okay, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Find somebody else.
But like also there's the part where you try to work it out.
But if the person doesn't like you and they don't have feelings for you, why would you even try?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
You're gonna try?
Okay. Like I lost feelings, let's say, a year and a half in, right?
Okay.
And then I tried to keep making it work because the kid would show me so much love, and he would manipulate me saying that no one would ever love me again. So that's why I would try to fix it and try to work out my inner problems or whatever. But like at that point, when it's so much, you just can't take it, and when you break down. So that's why I would try to keep it. Because at one point I did think I was going to marry the kid. But it just all went away.
Yeah. And that happens a lot too, especially, okay, how old are you guys?
18.
18, okay. I'm 17. Like, that's common at our age too, to think that, like, you found that person. I have a lot of friends, they date somebody 3-4 years. You got to remember, whether you're a guy or a girl, they're not yours. It's just your turn. Especially at our age.
That's a good one.
If you're not dating to marry, don't date at all.
That's a good one.
It's,
what you said.
Yeah.
it's just your turn. You know? She might go somebody else day after you break up. I've seen that happen too.
I've seen that happen.
Trust me, I've seen that happen too. Or he might go mess with somebody the day after you break up with her to focus on herself. We know what she's focusing on. She's focusing on something else. Not herself. Not herself. Definitely not herself. Okay. So what do you think is the right way to break up with somebody?
Go to their house and talk to them.
Yeah?
Never over text.
No, never.
Never over Snapchat or FaceTime.
Well, that's like the coldest way. Like you just look them dead in the face and just be like, nah.
Why would you do it over text? That's even worse.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Yes, because I got yelled at when I wanted to do it over text.
Damn. Oh. So you.
I wanted to do it over text because I fully couldn't.
Who yelled at you for that?
My friends.
Oh, okay.
They said it was fucked up. Cause
It
like,
is.
Well, you guys also dated for a long time. Most people are like in like these 8-month little like.
if it's like 2-3 months, don't get me wrong, do it over text message.
Yeah.
It's not real love. But like when you had something for so long, it's like you have to give them the common decency to do it in person.
Exactly.
Like even if they're gonna break down and try to bribe you to stay or whatever, like you have to do it.
You got to do it. Listen, this is my take on it. You could do it face to face, but in my opinion, you don't owe that person an explanation. I don't care how long you were with them. If they're the ones that you know in your heart, they messed up, they were doing snaky stuff, they were being flirtatious, they were doing things that you hated, that you expressed multiple times, they continue to do them, you don't owe that person any explanation as to why you're breaking up with them. None. You could look them dead in the face and say, sorry, I don't think this is going to work, and walk out. And that's it. You don't need to have a fucking hour-long ordeal conversation. I don't care how long you were with the person. Let them think about why they messed up, and then maybe they'll contact you as to why. You don't need to give a fucking... I vividly remember, I broke up with my ex-girlfriend because she was doing a bunch of wild shit that I hated for months at a time. And I would ask her, you know, this is before I smartened up. Please stop. Why are you doing this? Why are you hanging out with him? All this shit that I shouldn't have been doing. Okay? When I broke up, I found myself almost like apologizing for breaking up because she was trying to make me feel bad. And then I had like pretty strong feelings for her. So I was like, yeah, like, you know, I understand that you guys are just friends. And then it went on for another month or two. And then I finally just said, you know what? It's done. I gave her no explanation as to why we were done because she knew why we were done. And she tried running back. Why? Please don't break up with me. Nah. Clips. It
Yeah,
was
the same
over.
thing happened to me.
It was over.
Yeah.
And it is what it is, you know? She could cry about it. He could cry about it. I don't care. It is what it is. Sorry. You mess up, you mess up.
Yeah.
Don't be a cuck. You gotta smarten up at some point. Okay. Do you prefer ending as friends or really just cutting the person off?
Cutting them off.
I agree.
Oh
Cutting
my
them off.
God. Oh my God.
I
Yeah?
think it depends on the situation.
I need to cut them off.
Like, if he's toxic, yeah, cut him
Go
off.
ahead, go ahead. I want you to give some opinion.
Yeah,
on it.
Go.
if he's toxic, cut him off. But, like, if you think you can work out as friends, then be friends.
That's true. I mean, I would say the majority of the time, and again, like you said, it depends on the situation. If you have a partner that's like not ambitious, they do shitty stuff, like I was saying before, that you don't like, and they know that it's bothering you, but they continue to do it, then why would you even want them as a friend? Because if they can't be a good partner, how can they even be a good friend?
If
You know what I'm
they're a
saying?
shitty person,
Yeah.
they're done.
Yeah. If you're a crappy person in general, I think that it's smart to just say, okay, it's done. I don't need you as my friend. I have enough friends. That's another thing that drives me crazy. A guy or a girl will break up with a guy and be like, I still want you in my life as my friend, like crying her eyes out. Like, okay, this happened to me too. Girl calls me crying her eyes out, like, you're such a good guy. I just don't deserve you, and I just feel like we should just stay friends for now. I have enough friends. I don't need you
I don't
as
need
my
you as a
friend.
friend.
Yeah.
Like
If you have to beg to be somebody's friend, then no.
I don't need you as my friend. She was doing that to try to like keep me in her. And this girl has done this like multiple other guys, so I knew it was no different. It was just my turn. I don't care. It is what it is. So yeah, come on, it's turns. So like it was what it was. I didn't care. I wasn't gonna sweat it. You know what I'm saying? So it was what it was. But as far as the terms that you end on, I prefer ending just not talking to the person, because especially if I'm not looking to build something with them in the future, you know, if you break up, because think about this, if you break up at one point, most people that break up,
Get back together.
sometimes they'll get back together for a little while, and then maybe down the road they'll get back together for a little while. But most of the time, once you've already broken up, the whole maybe we'll find each other down the road, how often does that happen?
Bullshit.
How often does that?
It's literally all fake.
How often do you find that person down the road? Never. So why even waste your time? You know what I'm saying? I think you should cut the person off. You don't have to cut them off. Oh, fuck you. Like no. It's literally just, hey, I don't think this is gonna work.
It's better off to just be not talking.
Yeah, it's better off for us to just go our separate ways. That's the best. I think, in my opinion, that's the best way to word it. Hey, I don't think this is gonna work. I think it's best for both of us to go our separate ways.
It just sucks when you say that and then they cry to you.
What? I don't care.
You won't.
Well, no, you can care. You're like, listen. Maybe I care. Maybe I care, or maybe you care, but you can't stay with somebody over pity for the person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta live your life.
But then when they're draining on you all the time, it's really hard to leave. Like, they're literally taking a toll on like your mental health. Like, it's a lot.
Yeah, so leave.
That's when you block them.
You can't rely. You can't.
I did.
You can't rely on anybody for happiness, for sanity. You can't do that. You can't do that to yourself. That's toxic. That's more toxic than just saying that shit cold, straight up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've been saying that forever. And I have a billion guy friends that have girlfriends that literally abuse them, like literally walk on them and treat them like pets, and they'll do anything for them just for the sake of, oh, bro, she's bad. What does she bring to the table? There's no ambition. There's nothing. She brings a good body and she's cute. You can find that anywhere. If you're a decent looking dude and you've boosted your own value, you can find that anywhere.
Yeah.
You agreed,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can find that anywhere. So why would you?
Why are you settling?
Why are you settling? Like, she put a leash on you, bro, and she fucking walks you around all day. Like, that's embarrassing. So don't let that happen either. Okay, what does focusing on yourself really mean?
Focus on like how you look, like your body shape, school.
No. I'm saying I get that. I'm
Okay.
sorry to cut you off.
No, you're
I'm
good.
saying in terms of like a breakup. John, I'm breaking up with you because I need to focus on myself. What does that really mean?
Okay, when usually girls say that, they're looking to hook up with other guys.
Yeah.
Like, I'm being totally honest.
Hey, at least she tells it how it is, because I was gonna say it right after she gave a bullshit response regardless. So at least she gave the honest answer, because
Most of the time they're
Most
lying.
most of the time they're lying when they say they want to focus on themselves. It's usually when they're going to college and they want the college experience.
oh,
Yeah.
the college
college
experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna parallel that question.
Go for it.
What is the college experience?
Hooking up with all these frats, getting shit-faced drunk every Friday, Thursday, and Saturday. That was the wrong order, but
That's the college experience.
basically.
So you can't be in a relationship at that time.
Well, if you
You
really
can't be.
think that you're gonna marry the person, go for it. Like, try it.
But if you're not,
But if you really don't see a future with them, it's not worth it to lose out on your freshman year experience, because freshman year is nothing like anything compared like the other years when you're in college. Freshman year, you're fresh, new into the school. You meet all these new people. You meet new friends.
Exactly.
And like,
listen, if a girl is going, she's a freshman in college, now she's in her dorm or she's meeting a bunch of new people, and her girlfriends are single, and you're the only one and you're the only one that's in a relationship, you're gonna get shitty advice from all her little treachy friends that are gonna be like, oh, just come, what? Okay, so then you go, and then you get temptations like everybody does, guy or girl. So you get tempted, and you end up doing things, whether it's cheating or you break up with the person just because you want to get with other people, and the phone call comes through and it's, oh, I need to focus on myself. It's not, if you're a dude that's going to break up with a girl, don't say I need to focus on myself unless you really mean it. If you really are just going to focus on yourself and you're really too busy to have a relationship, that's one thing. But if you're just going away to college and you're going long distance or whatever it may be, it's not a matter of focusing on yourself.
I think it's bullshit when people say they don't have time for a relationship. I think that is the fakest response I've ever heard.
If you really care about somebody,
if you really like someone,
you
will make time. I get it. You have a job. You want to work out. You have school. I get it. But there's always that time where you're not doing something. There's always going to be a time in the week where you're not doing anything.
It's all about balancing.
Exactly. I get it if you're really working like a full-time job, 9 to 5. Like, who works 9 to 5 when you're 18? But like,
yeah, nobody.
If you're working all the time and you're doing school, there's always going to be a time where you're free to hang out with your girlfriend or even just talk to them. Like, it's not that difficult to balance time.
But here's the problem. A lot of girls want you to dote on them, and they want your attention 24/7. I know a lot of guys have dealt with that. Why are you not talking to me enough? Why? A lot of girls want to text 3 times a day. They want to text 3 times a day. They want to call multiple times a day. Honestly, honest to God, since I've started this, I don't have time to do that. I have a girlfriend, but I don't have time to do that. And she understands that. And I told her I have a lot going on right now. So yeah, like, your partner has to understand that if you're really tied up, you will still make time for them, but it might not be as much time. If you really like that person, yes, you could work out a relationship. But if you're busy as hell, your partner has to understand, I'm busy. I don't have the same amount of time that so-and-so may have or your ex might have had because I'm busier than he or she is.
But you even said you still have a girlfriend while you're doing this.
Absolutely.
Because you can see a future with her. I don't know your situation, but like you see that it could go long term, so you're obviously going to stay with her while you're doing all of this.
Potentially, yeah. We'll see where it goes.
Exactly.
That's
but you balanced it enough so you have time for her eventually.
Yeah.
Okay, so
maybe.
why can't every guy do that if you really like the person?
Yeah, if you really like the person, you have to actually, even if you don't, listen, this is another thing that I say all the time. Sometimes the person that you like for the wrong reasons, and you know subconsciously that they're no good for you. I feel like sometimes the best person to like is the person that doesn't like you as much. I feel like the best person to like is the person that likes you more than you like them.
Yeah. Definitely.
Because they will actually value you, and you could grow to like that person, but that person will always cherish you because they started strongly, heavily liking you and showing that interest just based on your looks or your personality and a bunch of other things, not your pockets or anything else like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If your husband, okay, say you're married, and your husband works all day, 8 hours, you're a stay-at-home mom, and you take care of the baby.
The dream.
Okay. Okay, the dream.
The dream.
The dream. Okay. Well, most girls want to say, oh, I'm an independent woman and I want to go work and I want to work 10 hours a day and then I want...
I want my husband to work, provide. I stay at home, watch the kids, cook, clean. They come home.
That's all I need.
That's
all
my
I need.
dream.
That's all that most guys want in a partner. They want to be able to go to work, provide for the family, come home to a meal. You should not have to fucking go work 8 hours a day and then come home and cook your own food.
No, I want to cook for them.
I like to do my own shit.
Well, you're weird.
What do you? All right, no. I want to hear like what you like.
I want to work.
Okay, so like what is your like? Do you have a career plan yet or no? Not yet.
No, I'm just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, that's understandable. Okay, so you want to work potentially one day.
I don't want to have to depend on somebody.
Do you want kids?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, everyone's different, but a lot of girls, like I would say you fall into the majority, want their husband to work and then they want to be able to be, and I'm not saying a stay-at-home, because I do agree that stay-at-home moms can be underappreciated because according to society, they're looked at as like lazy, like which is not even really true because most of the time, like and my mom's not a stay-at-home. She works too, but not full-time. But you see how much they do when they're in the house.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot. Like maintaining a house, kids, like it's a lot of work in itself.
Yeah.
That's a full-time job. So yeah, okay, I will agree with. I think stay-at-home moms are underappreciated, but I don't know. I just feel like you're saying, you're the majority. A lot of girls will say, "Oh, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that," and it just goes back to modern day. I don't want to take a hit on feminism because I'm not anti-feminism.
Yeah.
I'm not pro like hyper masculine men. Like I'm not for any of that. But I feel like a lot of girls nowadays actually want that, but they're too scared to verbalize it because they don't want to be looked at as a traditional woman. What is so wrong with that?
Ever since I was okay, my mom was a single mom until I was 4 years old,
Mhm.
and then my stepdad came into the picture. And my mom didn't work until I want to say I was in 8th grade, freshman year, whatever. And then she started working full time at whatever she works. And you can tell how different the home environment was.
Right.
Like I would always come home to a cooked meal when I came home from school. Everything was always clean. My room was always clean. I never had to do anything. No laundry, no nothing. Then she started working full time. My dad worked. So both of them were always gone. And I would literally...
You had to like fend for yourself.
I had to do that. And I had to literally raise my brother growing up. And well, when I was in 8th grade. But like you could just tell the difference. But like ever since I was little, I've always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I've wanted to have like the 4 kids with the big house and cook, clean, everything. Have like my bags, my shoes that my husband buys me, whatever. I've always wanted that. I've never had the desire.
That's understandable.
But like it also seems like I'm lazy because I don't have the desire to work. Yes, I do have the desire to work. I would love to own my own business. But at the same time, I'd rather just sit at home and watch my kids.
Right. Okay.
Like, because they're my kids.
How can you not respect that that's somebody's opinion? Because I respect that. And listen, that's also just intuitively, girls and guys value different things in a partner. Like a man will value in a woman that they want to do that and they want to like take care of the house, take care of their kids because they value that. The girl is valuing what the man provides. Do you understand? The guy is not really the guy is not valuing so much, oh, what does she provide? Because no, he knows he's going to be the breadwinner. But as long as you have that support system at home, that's most of the time, as far as societal standards go, that's all that a guy really wants.
Yeah.
That's really all that a guy wants. So a girl saying that that's what she wants for her future, that is a legitimate future if you could find that guy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
There's nothing wrong with it.
No, that's a legit future.
That's my dream.
Yeah.
I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
Can't blame you. Can't blame you. And listen, and if you are a girl out there that really wants that for your future, there's really nothing wrong with that. Like a lot of girls are going to take that route because that's just, and I'm sure like if you've seen it like in your house at home too, and you see like your mom do that or your grandma do that and they seem happy and like they like the lifestyle that they live, you know, why wouldn't you want to be content with a good life, you know, with your husband?
Yeah.
So it's understandable. But
most girls want to just be a stay-at-home mom. They just won't say it.
Yeah.
Because then it looks like they're lazy, but in reality, you just want to take care of your kids and your husband.
Yeah, and it's not really laziness because most of the time a guy won't value how much money a girl makes because guys are more like, oh, I want to be able to provide because that's instinctive. Like the guy wants to provide, the guy wants to provide. It would be, it's a little strange. You know, I've seen it on occasion, but is it not a little bit weird when the mom's out working all day and the dad is staying home? Something seems wrong that picture.
It seems weird.
It's off.
Yeah,
it's off.
It's not normal.
It's not the societal normal, and it's not going back millions of years, you know, hunter-gatherer, whatever it may be. The men would go out and hunt, and then the woman would help, like they would help make the food. They would help with maybe some basic stuff like farming. They would help, obviously, with reproduction. There's different roles in society. You know what I mean? Men and women are not the same.
But then when you say the man has like the instinct to provide, I've seen guys that don't even pay for you on a date.
Okay, let's talk about that.
I went on a date like 2 weeks ago. Didn't fucking buy me my boba. I was really confused.
It was a first date?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, see, like I've been saying, first date, you definitely want to cover
like
the first date.
$4.
Yeah, come on, $4. The first date, you definitely, and this is the problem with a lot of red pill influencers that you'll watch. They'll be like, never pay for her, never. Listen, the first date, first 2-3 dates, maybe you cover, okay? But going forward after that, you don't want to let your girl get too reliant upon you, upon you providing, because I've been through an experience where I would pay every time we went out. The girl wouldn't even bring her wallet when we would start going out in the future.
Oh no, I always bring my wallet.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, like that, like that's a little fucking nervy. Like, how are you gonna do that? But she didn't care because I was constantly providing. She saw me as a provider, and I guess weak, you could say, and she walked on me. And that's another experience that I learned from. You know, you take bits and pieces from every relationship experience and you learn from it. So that was another learning curve for me. But first couple of dates, pay for, but then obviously let the person know it's not going to be that going forward. 50-50 is fair. You shouldn't be expecting the girl to cover your stuff. It's nice every once in a while. Every once in a while, a girl will probably take you out, but as long as you could cover your side of the bill, you're fine.
Yeah. What I did was, like with my ex, he would pay for dinners or whatever. I paid for vacations. So I would pay for him when we went on vacation. And like if I went on vacation with his family, he'd pay for me.
Right.
But like if I would take, like I went to Mexico with him, full paid. I did for him.
Wow.
So like I think it should be fair. Like pay for my fucking boba. That really pissed me off.
Definitely the first date too. Like, come on.
Yeah. First date, you gotta. I mean, it's only right. I mean, it's just, even though that's like, oh, it's just known that the guy's gonna pay for the first date. Like, so what? Like, it's fucking $15, maybe $20, $30, God forbid. Like, wherever you go, like, you're 18, 19. We have money. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, you could cover the first date, and then going forward, you know, if you're in a relationship, you guys will know.
Yeah.
So it's that simple.
That was over right when he dropped me off home.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You ended it.
Oh, like that. I just stopped snapping him.
Yeah? Oh, so it was kind of like a first like hangout. You were trying to get to know the kid.
Well, okay. You know, I don't know if you know who it is, but I met him at college. Well, not college. The parties I would go to. He would always try to like get with me at these parties, and I would never let him because like I don't like that. And then he was like, okay, I'm sober. Let's go hang out. And I go, okay, finally I'm seeing you sober. And then we went. It was the most awkward thing of my entire life. The kid is just weird.
He's bad.
And I've never seen the kid sober ever. And
but was he confident when he was drunk?
Yes, very.
He's too confident.
Too confident. Oh my God, you have to see this video.
That's a problem. And that's why I've been saying, like, you need to be able to pull girls sober. Like you need to have confidence when you're sober. If you can't have a conversation with a girl when you're in your right frame of mind and you're reliant upon something to get you into the mind frame of, oh, now I could hook up with a girl. 90% of my friends are like that. I can't stand it. Like, I'll ask, like, yo, let's hang out with, this is before I had a girlfriend, like, let's hang out with these girls as a group. Oh, bro, like, I'm nervous. I don't want to. It's just going to be 4 of us. That's weird. Why is that weird?
That's not
How
weird.
is that weird?
It's weird if you make it weird.
Exactly.
It's weird if you make it weird. You keep conversation going. You ask questions based on questions you asked. It's not a questionnaire. I say that also all the time. And you literally just have a good time. If you can't have a conversation with a girl sober, stop relying on alcohol to get you into that mindset. Maybe watch one of my videos. Valid?
Valid. Yeah, when you're drunk and you can only talk to me drunk, it's so uncomfortable.
Yeah, no.
I'm not going to say I'm always drunk at these parties.
We know how to have our fun.
We know how to have our fun
drink,
without it. Okay, I do.
Yeah.
But when it comes to certain things, like I won't drink in certain parties.
Right.
And I'm still be the same outgoing person I am when I'm drunk. The alcohol doesn't really change me the way I talk. It just makes, I don't even know what it does to me.
It just loosens you up.
Not even. I just like the feeling, if I'm being totally honest. Like, I've always been a person that talks and talks and talks, and I'll tell you what's on my mind. Like if you
No
look
filter.
weird, I'm gonna tell you look weird. If like you're wearing an outfit, I'm gonna tell you look weird. But like if you're only talking to me when you're drunk, that pisses me off. It's a really bad pet peeve, and it's like an ick. I get it. Like if you're only drunk when you hang out with me, I don't want to hang out with you. Like what's gonna happen when we're older and you're sober driving? Like
That's
not
valid.
gonna talk.
That's valid. How do you feel about that?
See, but like, I don't drink. So like I'm basically the same way. I'm very outgoing without drinking.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like talking to people when they're drunk. Like it makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, because they're acting like idiots.
They're acting like an idiot. And like I'm just there like
like you know, like alcohol, whatever, like there's a time and place for that, but whatever. I'm not against it. I don't want to say I'm for it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like, yeah, like go out, get hammered. Like everyone's gonna have their fun. Like I don't want to stop anybody from having their fun, but if you could only hook up with girls when you're drunk, that's lame. Because the girls that you hook up with, okay, first off, they're gonna be whack and they're probably gonna be beat, and
They're probably gonna be drunk too.
and they're probably beat, and you don't know because you're drunk.
And then the girl won't remember it in the morning.
Yeah.
The girl won't remember it in the morning. It doesn't even count. It literally doesn't
No, it
even count. A drunk hookup does not count. And we've all been there. We've all done it, I'm sure. I know I've done it. Whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
But it doesn't count, you know? So scratch that shit from your notes app, ladies. Scratch that
Take it off
shit.
the list.
Take it off that scroll that you got.
It's funny
Fucking
you said that.
take it off the 200 name list.
200. That's a lot.
You think?
That's a lot.
I've seen a lot of girls with 200.
That's too much.
100, 80, 70, yeah.
At 17?
18, 17, 18, 17 to 20, yeah. 100, at least.
Okay,
yeah.
at least I'm not at 100.
Oh, yeah, no.
Not at 100.
How about, all right, off that. If you had $1 for every hookup that you've had, oh God, here come the notes. If you have $1 for every hookup that you've had, what could you buy?
What could I buy?
See, mine's not
What
that
could you
long.
buy if you had $1 for every hookup?
Hold on. Where is it?
Mine's not that long.
I just can't find it. Oh, here it is.
It's locked.
Yeah, it's locked. Wait, that doesn't count. Plus 8. Okay, I could buy. What the fuck could I
A house?
buy? No.
No.
Oh my God, what can I buy with that?
With
$51.
Oh no! Listen, hey, I respect it. At least you're honest. At least you're honest.
no,
What-
mine's at like 17.
Okay, well, I had a
No.
little phase when I was in high school. And like,
I went through my phase recently.
mine was in high school. And then I got a boyfriend for 2 years. So that like stopped it. But I don't know what I could buy with $51.
Yeah.
Twice I could fill it up.
Twice.
Yeah, my gas is like, well,
My tank is
30.
50.
Mine's 30.
and what could you buy?
Literally, like,
Dunkin'?
yeah. Like, it's only like 20. Like,
You can buy coffee.
yeah, I could buy like multiple coffees. My
Multiple
dream.
coffees?
My dream.
Damn. All right, listen. I prefer.
What can you buy?
I prefer.
Yeah, what can you buy?
I prefer not to answer this question. I don't know what I could buy, you know, but
What can you buy?
Yeah, what can you
okay,
buy?
cameraman, that's my brother behind the camera. Nah, I'm not answering this one. I'm butting out of this question, but I respect your honesty.
I don't care.
Listen,
If
listen.
people know.
Listen, I gotta leave it a mystery to the viewers. Maybe I'll fucking tell you. I'll tell you in the future.
Eventually.
I'll tell you in the future. 100%.
I'm just not ashamed.
Yeah,
No,
like-
listen.
No, I know, but like,
there is no reason to be ashamed because like that's
I had my little
It was a
phase.
phase.
It was a phase.
every
The
girl.
phase is
Every
done.
girl. Every
Phase
girl
is
has a
over.
phase.
Phase is
Girl
over.
has a phase.
Mine
No,
was just
not
earlier.
literally every girl, but most girls have a phase.
Majority.
What do you think the average for an attractive female hookup wise is coming
75.
out of high school?
75.
75,
Coming out of high school? Oh.
30 to
30,
40.
30 to 40.
30 to 40, okay?
No, my cousin has
So
two
you
of
have to remember if you're marrying,
Weird, right?
you have to remember if you're marrying an attractive girl coming out of high school, she probably had been with 30 to 40 dudes. Put a ring on that. Put a ring on that. Put a ring on that. Like, really, I want you to think about that before you cuff somebody because you never know. You never know what they're going to do.
Yeah, but does their past
shit hits
matter?
the fan with
Okay,
you.
I have a question. What about their past?
Yeah,
Like,
it doesn't matter.
body-wise. Not hookup-wise, body-wise.
Like body count?
Body count.
Oh, okay. Well, how about this? Actually, no, I'm not going to ask you that. So
Go
do,
for it.
do I think that body count matters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a girl, yes.
What's like a lot?
What's a lot for a girl? At
Yeah.
what age?
18. So my age.
Honestly, most guys would think 5 is a lot.
5?
5. Most guys would think 5 is a lot for a girl.
Okay.
Because especially as an attractive girl, you have a lot more dudes hitting you up. Even think about this. Attractive girl, attractive guy, okay? An attractive girl has a bunch of options as to dudes that she could hit up. Even if you're an attractive guy, you still have to win a girl over.
I completely disagree.
Yeah.
You're wrong. A guy has to do most of the legwork to make that hookup happen.
I know guys that have like 35, 40 bodies.
Yeah.
Bodies.
No, I understand. Okay, I understand that, and like there is a large group of guys that have that. As long as you're a decent looking,
But
tall
then
guy.
you're saying it's 5 is a lot for a girl, but 35 isn't for a guy?
Yeah, listen.
What's the difference?
What's the difference?
We all know about the master key, all right? We all know about the master key. A key that could open many locks is a good key. A lock that could open to many keys is a shitty lock.
Yeah.
We know it's true. We know. Listen, and that's just like a funny analogy, but at the same time, if you really think about it, there really is some truth to that, because a guy, okay, as far as anything sexual goes between a guy and a girl, okay, it's necessary biologically for a guy to finish, not for a girl.
I mean, very true, and we can.
I'm just saying. It's you. If you're a guy and you want to reproduce, you have to finish. A girl, it doesn't matter. Realistically, it doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter if that's your partner, but it really doesn't matter as far as reproduction goes. So, for a guy to have a lot of bodies, it's biologically more acceptable, because a girl needs to be pregnant for 9 months. A dude could go impregnate multiple girls in the same day. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You could get pregnant off of one guy.
Yeah.
So it's really more intuitive.
Protection.
It's really more intuitive for guys to have more sex.
I mean, yeah, but I just don't think it's fair.
Yeah.
I understand that, but that's that, like, society doesn't really care about fairness.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you think about society versus nature, if you went with how you were naturally feeling and not according to society, most girls would be with a bunch of dudes.
That's what I was saying.
If it was looked at as normal, girls would go be how they truly wanted to be. They would be with a bunch of dudes, and guys would do the same thing. But according to society, you're dirty, you're this, you're that, so you don't do it. You know what I'm saying? But that's really just how it is. What do you have to add to this? Come on, add something.
Say something.
Say
It
something.
should matter.
You don't think what should matter?
Body count for girls and girls.
At all?
No.
No, I think it should matter.
No. At a certain age. Okay, 18 and having 5, I really don't think is a lot.
Because I know most girls that have like 12.
Yeah.
I do not have
know
12.
a lot of people.
I do not have 12. But neither does Shay. But we have way less. But at the same time, I know girls that have 1 and then they're still getting called a whore for having 1. I got called a whore for having 0.
No,
and
like,
I was
literally.
like, what? So I just think it's so, what's the word?
Hypocritical?
That word.
Yeah, hypocritical.
Well, a lot of girls get called like I could tell you there's a lot of girls like at my age that get called dirty that are virgins because they're too scared to lose their virginity, so they'll just give.
Oh, okay.
They'll give to everybody, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They'll give to everybody. So that's dirty. You know what I'm saying? That's
no, I
dirty.
think that's disgusting if you're just gonna give it to every single person.
Yeah.
But at the
Because
same,
you're too scared to lose your virginity. Like, that's still dirty. You know what I'm saying? That's dirtier than
It is dirtier,
sleeping with
yeah.
multiple people. That's literally a dirtier act in general. But, you know, society doesn't look at it that way. So that's where you start. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I'm just saying. All right. I feel like we covered a lot. Do you guys have any questions for me? At all? Ask me something. Let's finish. Ask me a question. I'm going to bounce it back off you, and then we'll wrap up. We'll be done.
What's the craziest experience you've had with a girl? Like, I meant like, like she was whack.
Okay, so like
Craziest girl you've
Craziest girl you've been with, and what happened?
The craziest girl I've been with and what happened. Honestly, I don't have too many like crazy stories, but I like sophomore year I put like probably like close to $1,000 in this girl within like a month. Like, yeah, like I was stupid. Like perfumes, jewelry, brand new Jordans, like for no reason. Like literally I was like infatuated with this girl because I thought she was hot, whatever, and I was like spoiling the shit out of her for no reason, and I got walked on. She literally took whatever she could from me and then basically kicked me to the curb, and that ignited the flame, and here we are. So
Oh, so that inspired you to do this?
we smartened up. No, that didn't inspire me to do this. That literally.
Why'd you want to do this?
Why did I want to start a podcast?
Yeah.
Well, I used to post fitness content. So
Okay.
I used to, because like I'm still big into working out and everything, but I used to post like strictly fitness related content.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized that like fitness TikTok is very saturated. Like making videos with your phone, like it doesn't really go anywhere. So my brother does film editing, stuff like that. So he helps me with, you guys see everything, the multiple cameras. So he handles YouTube, Spotify, all that stuff. I'll do like the stuff on TikTok. So I don't know. I felt like I had the resources, especially with him, and I have the knowledge. I'm a certified life coach, and I have other things under my belt.
I need a life coach.
So
Me too.
she, hey, any day.
I don't know where I'm going in my life.
Navigate me, please.
So I just started doing all those good positive things, and that's like here we are. So that's about it.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Here we are. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Of course.
I'm sorry for the fucking cancellations that there have been, but
Don't worry.
but we made it happen. Hopefully, I know they're gonna like this episode. Come back. We'll do it again.
My spring break. I'll be back.
Yeah, I was gonna say because now you're going away.
Yeah.
She's dipping. All right. Well, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow for more content, and I'll catch you next time.